This is Donna Coffee, your host of the Morning Coffee Show. Today is November the 7th, 2008. This is 3 days after we have elected our new president, Barack Obama, and I would like to congratulate the Obama family for making it into the White House. So exciting times for all of us, all races, all cultures, all ages, everyone. I was inspired to write an article, an essay, if you will, in reference to my ode to the president. And I'm going to read it to you guys today. Some people don't like to read, so I'm going to spoil you and talk it for you. I'm going to read it to you. It is entitled, A Boy in the White House. And amongst our African-American culture, we understand that a lot of oppressors would call us degrading names, and boy was one of them. For a grown man or a child, you know, if you were grown, you'd be called a boy. So I turned that into an acronym, and boy stands for Bridge of Years, B.O.Y. So here I go. So I'm going to read to you guys today. So, a boy in the White House, a bridge of years in the White House, a shared history, the separated future. By Donna Coffee, written on November the 6th, 2008. Today I witnessed the one moon and the one sun reigning together. It is a rarity for the two to be out together all day long, but that day is here. My eyes laughed as they thought of the moon as Michelle and the sun as Barack. Amazing, isn't it, when royalty takes its position as new lifestyle submits unto its commands. We all commanded change in a day. We all stuck together in unity and look at what our harvest yielded. Change. My chest seems to have more air in it, and saying hi to passers-by seems much more genuine now. Restoration has finally come. We can actually breathe again. Even with the distresses of hard-time economics, something seems so right. The old cynic would shout out, there will never be world peace. But now that cynic can rest in pieces as bondages have been broken and shattered after many harsh deaths and battles from endless civil warriors of such wars. I know that, like me before the elders, close their eyes in these final days. They will see the moon and the sun shine together on the same day, on one accord, for a change. The lost day found, a day of world in pieces united by a race. This race is kissed by the sun, and the moon is under the feet of all who bear the trophy to pass down for many generations to come. A bridge of years. Let's tally it up, shall we? Our 44th president has officially broken the seal of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, outlawing racial segregation 44 years ago. 44 years ago was the first time that both Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X had ever met together. Although meeting for a brief moment, it was dynamic in that moment of liberations, as if they said that the 44th President of the United States of America will be one of us. Or like Senator McCain said, that one. That one that stood on the mountain, that one Barack Obama, as if he were Jesus, that met that one Moses as if he were MLK. Along with that third one, Elijah, as if he were Malcolm X. Unlike Peter setting up the altar in the Bible, Book of Matthew, chapter 17, verses 1 through 12. 45 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. rang out his I Have a Dream speech. And in 2006, a 45-year-old senator named Barack Obama answered the call of that dream, finally. 45 years ago, President JFK was assassinated, and 45 years later, his family was among the first to endorse the Illinois senator running for president. I will confidently and safely predict that he will not only be the 44th president of these United States of America, but also the 45th as well. Numbers amaze me, but what even struck harder in our numerical equation is how in 1608 captured black slaves were introduced in North America, and 400 years later, in 2008, a harvest of free minds and hearts slams into the front door of the White House that these African servants built with their bloody, oppressed hands. The Bible scriptures speak of the descendants of Abraham, and their suffering would last about that time frame, 400 years. With tears in my heart, it is certainly not ironic, not coincidence. Slavery is officially over, and now the date to be recorded universally is November the 4th, 2008. 47-year-old President-elect Barack Hussein Obama is the answer to the ashes of the bomb busts 47 years ago of the 1961 Freedom Riders of the South. They were as sacrificial lambs sending prayers up to heaven, now answered. 47 years ago was the voter education project of the Civil Rights Movement introduction. It is not ironic that he is a formal civil rights attorney. 88 years ago was the largest turnout of an election before this one here in 2008, when the 19th Amendment kicked down the door for women voters. In 1988 through 89, the woman known as Michelle Robinson was divinely put in position to mentor the Harvard intern Barack Obama. The 19th Amendment seemed to adorn the woman Michelle, now an Obama, 19 years ago as she was amended in Barack's life. On January 19th, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and on the 20th, we celebrate Yes We Can Day. Taking the 19, putting it with the 20, and 1920 was a good year indeed. One day had me feeling like John in the book of Revelation on election night while watching anxiously, thinking of the scripture in the Bible book of Revelation chapter 5 verse 4, and I wept audibly and bitterly because no one was found fit to open the scroll or inspect it. But all of a sudden I remembered the chapter in Revelation 5, chapter 5 verse 5. Then one of the elders of the heavenly Sanhedrin said to me, "Stop weeping. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root source of David, has won, has overcome and conquered. He can open the scroll and break its 7 seals." Isn't it great that in the zodiac realm our president is a Leo, a lion? Yeah, it's marvelous indeed. Taking in the numbers, it all adds up. Taking in dreams, the manifestations equal out. Taking in scripture, they are unlocked now. And taking in our globe, change is here for all. Can you let out a roar, tribe of Judah? Yes, you can. Read Isaiah chapter 11 for more information from on high about whom you voted for and what it means for our future. This is Donna Morning Coffee, your host of the Morning Coffee Show, and I'm signing out. I want you to create your own boy. I want you to put your own boy in the White House. What is your bridge of years? Go out and do some research. Find something. Send me an email. Thank you for tuning in. This has been a great pleasure. I hope you have a great week. Taste and see.